What's up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz for a football Friday. Got some football on today. Got part of the rivalry week starting up on this Black Friday, November 24th, 2023. I got your 5 keys to a Buckeye victory. Don't forget, get into the buckeyecast.com. Check out the site. Everything's still on sale. And if you want to get in on the pool for the squares board for the game, send me $10. All the details are in the show description below the video, or if you're listening on podcast, it's in the notes for this show, for this episode. So check it out. $10. We've got about 17, maybe 16. I don't know. See how many people have jumped in. Squares left. Anyways, all right, let's get into it. 5 keys to a Buckeye victory. You know, I always start off with my guy Kyle, most important player on the field for the Buckeyes. We need clean, consistent Kyle. All right. He averages 264 yards a game, passing, 65% completion percentage, 8.9 yards per attempt, and 2 touchdowns per game. We don't even need that much. Just that would be great. His average numbers would be great. Clean, consistent Kyle needs to distribute to the playmakers. We have all the advantage in the world with our offensive weaponry. You got Marv, Emeka, Cade, Trey in the passing game even. You're going to have limited possessions with Michigan draining the clock, sucking the life out of the play clock, and other things. You see what those people do? No. But with limited possessions, big plays are premium. First downs are premium. Converting on third downs, converting red zone trips into touchdowns. These are huge, huge keys. But we need Kyle with consistent and clean, no mental mistakes, no picks, fumbles, intentional groundings, delay of games, all that crap. And you're going to have to overcome some communication issues. Probably it's going to be loud there. The hate, you're going to feel the hate. It's going to be palpable in that stadium, on that field. So, and like, keep your helmet on at all times, obviously. But anyway, clean Kyle and consistent Kyle is what we need. All right, key to a Buckeye victory number 2. The O-line needs to have their best game of the season. We've been improving week by week, stacking bricks week by week. We're kind of peaking as a team right now. We're almost at our best. We need the best from this O-line this week. My concern starts right in the middle, right at the gut. Carson Hinsman, he's going to need some help from the guards, Matt Jones and Donovan Jackson. If things get really nutty and he's just not getting the job done, worst case scenario, do they pull Hinsman and move Matt Jones over to center, bring in Vamahi at the right guard? You don't want to do that in the middle of a game, but if he's getting his butt kicked in the first half, you got to consider it if you're Ryan Day, right? And Justin Fry. But right up the gut is my main concern in passing and running situations, more so passing because he's given up a lot of terrible grades. But in the run game, O-line, you just got to get Trey some space. Give him a crease, and let's get those 10 to 15-yard carries churning up like he's been doing the last few weeks since he came back from injury. Just give him a crease outside and let him go. We got to neutralize those interior D linemen. The edges don't concern me as much as the interior guys. That's why Hinsman is so vital and so important, that center position. And in the pass game, you got to keep Kyle clean. We can't have a clean, consistent Kyle if Kyle's not clean. And, neutralize that edge pressure and pressure up the middle in the pass game. There's nothing worse for a quarterback than having a defensive tackle right in his face, right up the gut, because he has nowhere to go. He can't move around the pocket that much. Otherwise, he could run right into a sack, from a DN. So, and again, along with clean O-line play, our best game from the O-line, we got to convert third downs. O-line will be most important there. We're converting 46% on the season. That's not good, not good enough. We've got to be better, especially the short yardages, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, whatever. And if we get into a 4th down situation, you got to get those 4th and shorts. And again, we're going to have limited possessions. You got to get TDs in the red zone. All right. Key to a Buckeye victory number 3, stop the run. Make JJ beat you with his arm. I think he's a little dinged up. I think he's got an ankle issue. I don't think he's going to be running much at all. So, in my opinion, our pass defense has the edge against their offense. So, we are first in passing yards per game in the country. Our corners and safeties are going to lock up these receivers, tight ends. The Michigan O-line is not as good as their previous seasons. So in order to stop the run, how do you do that as a defender? You know your gap assignments, Ty, Mike Hall. These guys got to be huge. And then you fill your gap. It's pretty simple. Sometimes we, especially in past years, we've gotten out of our gap assignments and guys have tried to go rogue and freelance a little bit. So, Ty, Mike Hall, fill your gaps. LBs, come in, make those tackles at the line of scrimmage or near the line of scrimmage. And then Sonny is coming downhill in run support too. So, we've got all the dudes to get it done. This defense has been outstanding all year, one of the best in the country, like I said. But you gotta do it here. This is going to be your toughest test. But again, I don't think this O-line is as good as they've been in the past, and they're dealing with a couple injuries too. So get off the field on 3rd down. That's the best way to stop the run. Key to a Buckeye victory number 4: win the field position battle. We don't talk about this enough, but last week against Minnesota, it reared its ugly head in that first half. We could not get out of our own end zone, our own end of the field, And how do you get out of there? You get some first downs, get a couple, 2, 3, 4 first downs to get away from your own end line, your own goal line. And then you got Jesse Mirko to flip the field if you can't keep a drive sustained. It's hard to go 90 yards in college football. It's damn hard. And especially with, going up against a worthy opponent. So get 3, 4 first downs. If you get stuck in a 4th down, have Mirko pin them deep. Then we're flipping the field on them. And I don't think they're going to go 90 yards either outside of big plays. But I don't see those coming either. So defense, get the 3 and outs, keep them pinned in their own end zone, their own side of the field, and get off the field on 3rd downs. 27%. That's what we've been doing. That's our average for the year on defense. So win the field position battle. This comes down to a lot of the fundamentals of football. Key to a Buckeye victory number 5, very simple. Execute. That's it. Offense and defense, special teams, everybody, just execute. We have better talent. Let me bring this up for you real quick. This won't take long. I know I've shown you this 1,000 times. This is the blue chip ratio. This is the 4- and 5-star recruits signed over the last 4 recruiting classes. Ohio State, 85%. Michigan, 54%. All right, it's not even freaking close. We have the better talent. We just have to go out there and execute. So no penalties, no turnovers, no mistakes on special teams or anywhere else. We don't need to run fakes. We don't need to run onside kicks. We don't need to do something silly that, is like an emotional decision, like a fake punt deep in our own territory or something. Those are not necessary when we can beat these guys straight up with our better talent and executing. Again, execution. So I got the final score 20-13. Drop your finals in the comments, and you can email me anytime, joe@thebuckeyecast.com. My 5 keys, once again, clean, consistent Kyle is number 1. Number 2, O-line has to have their best game of the year. I know it sounds easy, right? Number 3, stop the run on defense. Number 4, win the field position battle. And number 5, very simple, execute. That's it. All right, folks. I'll be back with my instant reaction probably Saturday evening, win, lose, or draw, whatever. And we'll talk to you later. Enjoy the game. Go Bucks.